website that said a powerhouse cast in a weak sauce Mission Impossible riff. Ouch. But the cast is incredible.
Yeah, you have Jessica Chastain, Diane Kruger, Penelope Cruz, Lupita Nyong'o. It goes on and on. And one of the things some other people are kind of criticizing it for is the fact that with all these women that are, and it's all about women in front of the camera, and it's produced by women, but they didn't put a female director in there, which some are kind of finding strange.
Yeah, it's like, in other words, if you're going to go big, go all the way kind of thing. And didn't Jessica Chastain, did I read yesterday that she got a head injury? Like she hit a floor or something like that while she was doing a fight scene?
I did not see that, but certainly very possible. There's a lot of fighting, a lot of choreography in it.
Yeah, okay. I read something, not like she was seriously injured in it, but just like she took a good whack to the face while she was, while she was filming. Okay, so what are some of the other things that are coming out this weekend?
Coming out this weekend,
or that you think that we should see?
That's kind of most of it for this weekend. We're in this period in January where movie-wise, this is usually typically a slow time, and now, of course, with the Omicron variant, things are changing, so that's kind of about it for this weekend.
Okay, when it comes to the award shows, the Golden Globes, obviously nobody in attendance. I did feel really badly because there was a line that was being circulated in most news stories this weekend that said something like, no A-list celebrities. And I thought, oh, what a big slap to anybody who is in the audience.
Well, there's no audience. There are going to be no celebrities there, so not just A-list. You don't have to worry about the feelings of the D-list or the C-list. The Golden Globes are being quote-unquote handed out on Sunday at the Beverly Hilton, although it's just the members of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. There's just going to be no stream. There's going to be no way to watch it. There will be no celebrities there. There will be no media there. It'll just be them, and this is, of course, goes back to the scandal with the group of corruption allegations, but also the fact that they had no black members, and everybody kind of disassociated themselves from the Golden Globes over the past year.
All right. Jason, so fun to talk to you. Let's do it again.
All right, take care.
See ya. ABC's Jason Nathanson. All right, when we come back, we will get Dean Sharp to explain to us why we need that Colomix AQIX water device and a Persona grip and a head bar and a headlight for us. Because, Nick is constantly needing a light bar headlamp when he's out and about putting up Christmas lights all over his house and things like that, right?
See, the funniest part is I love that you know that, and that is actually not far off. It's Brian and I both climbing on the roof inappropriately with the lights out, trying to make sure that everything is together. Luckily, the holiday season is over, and we will be taking our lights and our display down this weekend. So hopefully this fog and all that will be gone, so we are not sliding off the roof while we're doing it. So.
Okay, good. Well, maybe you'll need one of those Persona grips then.
Boy, that's the truth. Well, look forward to seeing what Dean has to say.
From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places. Nick and his light bar are checking out your drive.
As you're making it to the Long Beach area, it looks like Calkin and Cruz are going to be running until about 6 on at least 2 lanes, eastbound side of the 91, somewhere between the 710 and the 605. Not super clear on the details. What I can tell you is that it's going to be a rough ride for you eastbound along the 91 as you come away from Cherry as you continue toward Lakewood Boulevard. If you do have an update on what is closed, what lanes are shut down, along the 91 eastbound or anything else going on your morning drive, time to get yourself on keywords KFI traffic. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Nick Collier, team.
Okay, my 2021 resolution was to lose 20 pounds. Well, only 30 to go. And now, the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Playoff time. With a literal wall of big screens at sidelines, college or pro, there's only one place to go. That's Morongo.
Number 4.
Beat the Fed live January 14th. Get your tickets now.
3.
Party Tip Friday. All players at your table can win up to $100 in promo chips from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Now that's the party.
And the number 2.
Cozy Gift Giveaway. Get 2 lucky players when you earn 500 points onto a gift card to Cafe Violet.
And the number 1 reason.
We don't mess with the recipes at Wahlburgers. Mark, Stan, and Chef Paul won't stand for it. Take the family football.
Morongo can still a good spot. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo. Good time.
SoCal weather from KFI. Partly cloudy today with highs in the mid-50s to the upper 60s. More of the same tomorrow, then just a couple of degrees warmer on Sunday. We leave local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones.
Discover thousands of dollars in new tax credits and your biggest refund guaranteed with Jackson Hewitt. Schedule an appointment with one of their tax pros to get a head start on your taxes. Go to JacksonHewitt.com to learn more and find a location near you.
Hey all, it's Dean Sharp. Before I explain to Jen all of this new stuff that's coming out this year, let me talk to you about something new, technology-wise, that you need for your home, and that's a backup generator. Blackouts have become a regular part of life here in California. They're disruptive, but they're not just an inconvenience. A loss of power to your home can threaten your health or your safety. A loss of power to your business means loss of revenue. Whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, blackouts are a problem. The solution is Duffy Power. Duffy is Southern California's power expert. Not only do they protect private homes with backup generators, but their reputation comes from keeping Southern California business operations running. Duffy is there 24/7, 365 with repairs, emergency rentals, unrivaled commercial maintenance services, all of it to guarantee that the power will be there when you need it. Power outages are here to stay, but fortunately, so is Duffy Power. So to protect your home and your business from the next outage and all the ones after that, go to DuffyPower.com, DuffyPower.com.
This winter, we must all do our part to protect ourselves and loved ones from COVID-19. Getting vaccinated gives you the clearest protection against severe illness and death. And for the first time, everyone in the family 85 and up is eligible for the vaccine. If you're already fully vaccinated, get your booster to keep your immunity strong. Keeping each other safer is simple. Get vaccinated. Visit myparents.ca.gov to find a vaccination location near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit the store near you. Offer valid to new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Select internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans from major national carriers as of 9/2021. Prepaid exclusive. Restrictions apply. American Vision Windows, SoCal's choice for energy-efficient windows and doors. AmericanVisionWindows.com.
AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Welcome to our Friday. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. We just got some unemployment numbers in, and U.S. employers slowed hiring in December, adding 199,000 jobs. As the economy is still dealing with inflation and shortages. We're going to talk more about the economy with editor-in-chief of Investopedia.com, Caleb Silver, especially after we found out this week that 4.5 million Americans quit their jobs in November, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So what does that indicate when it comes to the job market? Where are we after finding out that number? We'll talk with Caleb about that in just a few minutes. Also, some of the stories we're watching in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The LA County Fire Department is mourning the loss of one of its firefighters who was overcome while working to put out a house fire in Rancho Palos Verdes. Jonathan Flegler was pulled from a burning attic by fellow firefighters early yesterday. He's survived by his wife and 2 teenage sons. And the National Weather Service says December was the wettest for downtown LA and most parts of the region since 2010. Some areas got 400 to 500% of the normal amount of rain. Downtown LA had nearly 9.5 inches of rain. That's the most in about a decade, and 7 inches above normal. Right now, let's talk to the man who was going to explain to us things like the Colomix HQIX water dosing device and the Persona Grip. It's Dean Sharp, our house whisperer. You can follow him on social media at Home with Dean. Listen to him tomorrow from 6 to 8, Sunday morning 9 to 11. Dean, good morning.
Good morning.
I have more friends joking with you about your topics. You know that, right?
No.
It makes
No.
sense. Okay.
No.
So let's talk about this new stuff for 2022. Before I even let you start to go through the list, if right now you told me I want you to stop talking on the air and head straight over to, I don't know, Home Depot or wherever and pick up a blank, what should I go pick up that's new in 2022?
Wow. Well, so much of this stuff that's on the list here has to do with renovation projects that you're doing. If you were in the middle of a renovation, I would tell you go get the magnetic dryer vent.
Yeah, tell me about that. That was actually the thing on the list that I was looking at.
Okay, then.
I don't know what that is, and maybe I need one.
Okay, anybody who has ever dealt with installing a dryer, for such a relatively simple piece of equipment, it's relatively light, it's always the vent. It's always the dryer vent that's the hassle. Here you got this beautiful high-tech piece of equipment in front of you, and in back, there's this stretchy little 4-inch hose that gets all kinked up and smashed and it's full of lint, it's just, really? That's the best we can do? Well, finally somebody came up with a really great idea when it comes to a dryer vent. The other problem with putting a dryer vent in is that, dryers usually stuck out about 3 feet in the room until you're ready to shove it back in, and then you got 3 feet of this hose thing that's all misaligned. Anyway, this is a 2-part dryer vent. There's a part that goes in the wall. That's, if you look at the picture there, that's that part that looks like it's made out of sheet metal. That mounts to the wall or in the wall. And then there's what looks like more the conventional hose that is attached to the dryer. The difference is, very exciting for people who work great, is that both of these things have a flanged ring on them, but the receiver and the hose itself. And what's inside that flanged ring? Deep earth magnets. Very, very strong magnets with a very strong attachment to each other. So, on the dryer side, the hose can be all compacted, and then on the house side, the mount can be all clean. And as you slide the dryer in without the hose attached, you slide it in, as soon as the dryer gets within about 6 inches of this back vent, the magnets take over and they link up.
I love that.
They link up in an airtight seal, and you're done.
Okay, well, anybody who's getting a new dryer right now, go get one. These are $45. It sounds completely worth it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not like for $200, no. For $45, you can now have a hassle-free dryer installation experience. And believe me, it's just, this is all we use now. Once we saw these, we're like, well, we're never going back to the other thing. And that's why I'm telling you all this.
Okay, can we go to the Colomix HUIS water dosing device?
Oh, okay. All right. First of all, I apologize for putting it on the list. And secondly, they could have come up with a better word than Colomix, because it kind of sounds like something you should use personally, but you shouldn't, okay? When you're doing concrete work, anytime you do concrete work, and, understand, this is on the list because we've got some hardcore DIYers.
Oh, gotcha.
Anytime that you're doing concrete work, mixing concrete is very much like any recipe that you would create in the kitchen. Imagine making a cake, right? And the recipes are very specific. It's a quarter cup of milk, and it's so much water, and so on. And if you were to just guesstimate, especially on a liquid quantity in a recipe, you could easily underdo it or overdo it, and the recipe is just, a false flat, right? Well, mixing concrete is very much that way, except when you screw up a concrete recipe, you are messing with something structurally important in your home. So a Colomix water dosing device is some technology that's now actually being installed in some high-end kitchen faucets, and that is, you can set this device to dose out a very specific amount of water. And so, instead of guessing when you're outside mixing up cement in the backyard for that project, you attach this device as the nozzle to your garden hose, and you simply punch in on the little keypad there. All right, well, I'm mixing this one bag of cement. The bag of cement says I need exactly 1.75 gallons of water. Boom, boom, boom. You hit go, it will allow 1.75 gallons of water to come out of the hose and then it will stop.
Oh, see, actually, this makes a lot of sense because I remember as a kid, my dad going and getting the whole concrete mix. Granted, he worked for a construction company, so he could get his hands kind of on anything. But he'd bring home the mixer, and then he'd, put the heavy bags of the concrete into the mixer, and then usually I would stand there with the hose and shoot the hose into the mixer while he would say, oh, it's just a little too thin or whatever, and he's, shoveling more in. This would have made our lives a lot easier.
Absolutely, and believe me, I have stood in that position so many times, both as a kid and as an adult. But when we're doing such a critical recipe, I have to admit, you know what we're all doing, including the concrete experts? Everybody's guessing at how much water is going into that mix, whereas the manufacturer is sitting back, in their offices saying, please just put in the right amount because that's when the concrete actually does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, one other thing that I was mentioning this morning, the persona grips, what are these? Because these look cool and something that you would want to have kind of at the ready just to help with any project.
Yes, there's a DIY version of this at personagrip.com. There's also some very professional versions where they will do a service for you and actually customize this to certain things. But a persona grip is essentially a moldable, one-time moldable hand grip that you can apply to hand tools, power tools, even, they advertise persona grips as the grips that won Indy 500 because now high-pressure racing car drivers are starting to apply persona grips to their steering wheel. They basically just, it's like that old mouthpiece, in school. They warm up, you wrap these around a tool or a handle, and then you can squish your particular hand into them. And here's what we have found. By way of comfort, prestige, and safety, having a grip on a tool that is specifically customized to your hand allows that tool to operate 9 times out of 10 far better and far safer in your hand.
Okay, what about the light bar headlamps? Because I laughed. My husband got the one single little headlamp, got me in the eyes, and I was like, I'm going to fix this. This is, so dumb that he blinds me when he's working. So I found these little glasses that had little lights at the corners of the glasses. Well, that was stupid because now he can just blind me in both eyes at the same time. So I want to know about a light bar headlamp.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure that's going to help with the blinding issue, but what it does is this. Anybody who has had to wear headlamps for whatever reason, whether you're doing it for DIY purposes or construction purposes, or you're out camping, or you're hiking, or you're jogging, the one issue that you always contend with is, number one, is it bright enough? Is it really lighting up a wide field of vision? And number two, the thing is so heavy up front, even though they make them as light as possible, but that one single light source is so heavy that, as you start to really move your body, like especially if you're running, it wants to slide off your head, it wants to come down because of the weight of the bar. This is, and I don't know why somebody didn't tell us this way earlier, but this is a wraparound LED strip. I mean, it is no heavier than the headband that is actually holding it to your forehead. This LED strip throws out a lot of light, over 500 lumens. It throws it out to the sides as well as in front of you. It literally is like a work lamp on your head. The only difference is they can't feel that it's there. And so they just work amazingly well. And get this light bar headlamp has a belt attachment. If you're a jogger, you can actually put this around your waist and light up your path in front of you, not from your forehead where everything is going weird, but from your waist, and you can run with it around your waist like a very, very comfortable belt and have your head free.
I like that because a lot of people will run with headphones on, or some people still like the old school, sweatbands, and so maybe one less thing on your head is good, and that would be great to have around your waist. Dean, thank you so much. You're going to talk more about the new stuff this weekend?
Yep, we got a whole list for everybody.
Awesome. Have a great one, and it's good to talk to you again. Happy New Year. I didn't wish you Happy New Year.
Thanks, Dan. Happy New Year to you.
All right, thanks. See you later. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk with the editor-in-chief of Investopedia.com, Caleb Silver. I do want to talk about the 4.5 million Americans who quit their jobs in November. Also, though, just out this morning, the U.S. employers slowed their hiring in December, adding just 199,000 jobs. I have a feeling that is far less than what we were expecting today, so we'll get into that in just a few minutes. But right now, let's take a look at your drive from Southern California. Toyota dealers, traffic center, let's go places. Nick Aliassini's taking us there.
Yep, and we're going to head to the 91 Aurora, westbound side from the 40 to 71 as you make it from the 241 toll road. Meaning it's definitely going to be busy for your drive, nothing reported in the lanes, just going to be a bit slow going for you there. Still doing a stall out big rigs in the SUV San Gabriel Valley, westbound side of the 10, actually the 605 in Baldwin Park has the right lane signaling. That's going to be a rough ride for you as you come away from Wednesday. As you continue on your drive 5 northbound, get down to East and Commerce area, 5 north leading to 710 to Boyle Heights to the 101, definitely still going there. And continuing on to the 101 north, seeing some light patchy delays off the 5 as you make way through downtown to the 110. KFI in the sky helps get there faster. I'm Nick Aliassini.
The smell was so repulsive and overpowering. Undaunted, I kept looking for the source of that awful stench. Hello, I'm Jonathan, owner of Rooter Hero Plumbing. I was 18 and I needed to earn enough money to buy some good, reliable tools. Digging trenches was honest work and it paid $35 a day. So I did it. My client's main line had collapsed and the sewage gas was overwhelming. My eyes watered, but I couldn't leave my client in that condition. I learned my work ethic from my father, who was the hardest working man I ever met. When I started Rooter Hero Plumbing, I brought that work ethic to the company. We will never leave you without solving your problem. That's why my cell phone number is on the back of every Rooter Hero business card. Call us at 866-RING-77 and we'll cable that line for $77. That's 866-RING-77. Thank you.
CO 102-8886.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue the dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. Hi, this is Dan Patrick, and here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Clippers dropped below 500 after falling to the Suns in Phoenix. This year, 500 is reportedly ahead of schedule in his recovery from off-season ACL surgery. Last night's Ducks Red Wings game was postponed until Sunday due to COVID-19 issues. The team sets the Predators at home. And the Buccaneers officially cut Antonio Brown yesterday, 4 days after Brown stormed off the field in the middle of Sunday's win over the Jets. I'm Steve Jordan.
Daring, safe, stylish, sporty. The 2021 sedan family checks everything except inside the box. Check out their one-of-a-kind vehicles at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Or learn more at mbusa.com.
At Ralph's, fresh groceries are ours big, so we check your delivery order for freshness at every step from farm to store. And pick and pack every veggie in your free pickup order is there, because we treat your food the way we want ours to be treated. We're fresh every day, so stop anyway. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more, plus 50% off.
Get more ways to save if you buy 5 or more. Save $1 each day. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with cards. Well, fresh for everyone.
You wouldn't trust a butcher to babysit your pet pig. You wouldn't trust a lumberjack to repair your antique. Or a professional wrestler to be your massage therapist. So why would you trust anyone but Amco to fix your car? For over 50 years, we've been the trusted experts in transmission repair. Check engine light on? We'll check it for free. Limited time offer. Exclusion exclusions apply. See participating centers for full details. AA, NCO.
Everyone loves the thought of a fresh start. Well, if you're sick of struggling financially or you've got some bad debt dragging you down, Oak Tree Law can help.
There's a healthcare worker in your
That's what's hard, son.
$1,000 in credit card debt, your wages were being garnished. Oak Tree Law was able to erase 100% of the debt and remove the wage garnishment entirely.
Here's another one. A father in Pasadena fell $48,000 behind on his mortgage. The bank issued a sale date on his home. Oak Tree Law stepped in and immediately stopped the sale date and got a modification with a lower interest and payment.
A restaurant owner from West Virginia had a $250,000 lien placed on his house. Oak Tree Law was able to get the lien stripped off the property and eliminate $486,000 in credit card and business debt.
Real stories, real people. So no matter the situation, no matter what kind of debt you have, if you need help and you're tired of stressing, call Oak Tree Law right now. now.
Call 800-542-2949. 800-542-2949. Start 2022 with a clean slate.
Call 800-542-2949. 800-542-2949.
Look, Jim, my 2021 resolution was to lose 20 pounds. Well, only 30 to go. And now, the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Play on time. With a literal wall of big screens at sidelines, college or pro, there's only one place to go. That's Morongo.
Number 4.
Deep Estate live January 14th. Get your tickets now.
3.
Party Fit Fridays. All players at your table can win up to $100 in promo chips from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Now that's the party.
And the number 2.
Cozy Gift Giveaway. Get 2 fluffy pillows when you earn 500 points on your reward card. December the 11th.
And the number 1 reason.
We don't mess with the recipes at Wahlburgers. Mark, Danny, and Chef Paul won't stand for it. It's a family business.
Morongo Casino Resort and Club. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo. Good times. Celebrate the new year with a resolution you can easily achieve. Address hair loss and regrow your own natural hair with the same simple one-day treatment that I received from Advanced Hair. Get your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts at advancedhair.com.
Portions of the following program will be recorded. Please don't do snow. It's just not what we do. And for those students who live in snow areas, for the kids who shovel snow, go to a Jewish community and hustle shoveling snow out of the driveways.
Bill Handel.
Would be much better.
Mornings from 6 to 10 on KFI.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. On this Friday, I'm glad you're here. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, and some of the stories we're watching in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The LA School District is offering at-home rapid COVID-19 tests for students in kindergarten through 12th grade. Parents and students can get the test at pickup locations across the district today and tomorrow. Each student will be able to get 2 of the at-home tests. And Moderna says people may need a 4th COVID-19 shot to maintain protection against the virus. The company's CEO says people may need to get the 4th shot in the fall. South Korea and the UK have already started ordering more doses. Well, 5:55 on your wake-up call. Let's welcome back to the show the editor-in-chief of Investopedia.com, Caleb Silver. Hey, Caleb, good morning. So before we get into all the Americans that quit their jobs in November, we just got the job report. The U.S. economy has added just 199,000 jobs in December. I have a feeling that is far short of what economists were expecting.
You're absolutely right. We were expecting somewhere around 450,000 jobs to be added. But keep in mind, the Labor Department takes that survey in the first 2 weeks of the month. So the first 2 weeks of December preceded Omicron, really the spread there, and all the craziness that happened after that. So we still didn't have robust hiring going into the month in the first half of it. On the other hand, the unemployment rate fell to 3.9%. And the household survey, which is really the Labor Department calling households, shows that a lot of people got back to work. 483,000 unemployment decline. That's a lot of people getting back into the workforce. It's not captured in the job data.
Does that have to do with holiday hiring, or is that just overall back in